Hello, hello EDU 304. This is my future goals as an education studies major. My name is Ryan Casarez-Merrell, and as an education studies major, I am striving to become an education guidance and career advisor and English history leadership high school teacher. Looking back at our first module, when we learned about the five key components of emotional intelligence through our self assessment, I discovered that empathy and self awareness were my greatest strengths. Having these two are prerequisites for becoming a successful educator because no two students are the same. Everyone faces their own set of challenges, some systemic, some personal. However, as a future educator, it is important to be able to understand that what motivates students in order to be able to establish and develop not only trust but communication between your students and yourself. Additionally, having self awareness helps you adjust your approach when communicating with students, parents, and colleagues. Finally, no one is static. As your students grow and develop, so do you as an educator, and you need to be able to be adaptable to suit your environment. Throughout this course, we've learned there are significant differences between being leaders and managers. Both have skill sets that complement each other and that make up for what the other lacks. Through my definition of leadership, I plan to integrate these four ideas of collaboration, mentoring, communication, and involvement into my teaching methods and philosophy. A great leader understands they cannot do anything alone and need to know how to work together with all kinds of different personality types and what motivates them. They understand that they don't know everything, and having mentors at various levels of their career can provide specific insight needed for that specific level that they're at. Effective leaders also ensure that all their goals focus on what is best for their students, since they are effectively their advocates and, as such, need to place them at the forefront of the conversation. Lastly, leaders give more than they get by devoting themselves to the service of others, whether that's something as small as attending a student art show or as large as serving on a legislative committee. When adults see when students see the adults in their lives going above and beyond successfully, they're that much more likely to try to do the same. What is my motivation to pursue this career? The English language lacks the requisite words to necessarily answer that. However, using Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which we learned, depicts the most basic to the most complex of human needs. This career fulfills all of those needs. An educator is a stable career providing the necessities of food, shelter, clothing. It provides financial security, offers a sense of belonging through a community of school, students, and colleagues. Meet your self esteem needs through seeing your students grow, mentoring your new teachers, parents requesting you, and earning you confidence. Lastly, you would help me reach my self actualization because I essentially would be the adult that I needed in my life as a student, one who challenges injustices thoughtfully, teaching identity, courage, and leadership. As for who I aspire to be like, I've been lucky enough to have a tough time choosing my role models because of how much each of my teachers cared. However, I chose Leslie Lowen, who was my high school leadership teacher, as the first one. She taught me that leadership is an action, not a position. Specifically, if you are not willing to do it, who else will? You need to be the example. Mr. Peter Beck may not have been my teacher, but he was a club advisor for my Gay Straight Student Alliance Club and showed me that the most meaningful relationships sometimes are the ones forged through the fire, specifically by showing up as an ally, especially when it is not easy. Aaron Gruwell believed in the potential for students being more when the rest of the administration of Wilson High School saw them just as another statistic in 1990's Long Beach, California, an area at the time plagued by racial, gang, and police violence. He was courageous by being optimistic and became an advocate for our students. I'd be lucky to be even a fraction of the educators that they were. How will I implement empathy and advocacy in my career? It starts by breaking down my students and my own biases, prejudice, and begin to see their peers as more than just a label or stereotype. It begins by diversifying the authors we read in order to reflect the realities my students live in order to help them make connections between what we are learning and the current events that are occurring. Having Socratic seminars is a way to guide the discussion, yet have the students more in charge of the conversation, and they will get what they give in this kind of participation. Through helping them overcome their fears of public speaking and improving their diction and presentation skills, they will gain a new confidence. Through attending and participating in diverse workshops such as Be the Change or organizing, say, a cultural food fair, students will learn about different cultures, connect with their own roots and heritage, and ideally dispel negative stereotypes or thoughts they may have previously held. Lastly, through recognizing students, their accomplishments, and kind actions, I aspire to inspire them to uplift each other. My goals as an educator has three main points: make positive changes in the lives of my students through dedication and investment, specifically showing them what is possible when you give your time, energy, and love to something bigger than yourself. Second, to dream big dreams they never thought they could do. Work really hard and see them come true, or just as good, see them get back up when they fall and find a new dream. Lastly, to teach them to find their own definition of success, how to recognize it, spread it, and celebrate it. If I can do that, then I know I'll have been successful as an educator. Thank you.